Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Revival League. I'm Mikata Velocity. Joining me on the desk is none other than Nebula. Nebula, how are we doing?
Hello, I'm alright. How are you, Velocity, mate?
I'm excited for these games, Nebula, I'll tell you that.
Oh, I'll tell you
Project
what, I've
Black
been,
X, PINGU Esports.
I've been, I don't know even. I don't absolutely know. This is going to be a very exciting matchup. Two absolute powerhouses of teams. Um, it's going to be pretty fun. Probably a lot of good shots coming out.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts, predictions, whatever?
Well, this is, I believe, if I'm correct, the German rivalry. PINGU Esports being predominantly German, alongside Project Black X, which I think is German as well. So this is the German rivalry. I think, as you said, there's going to be some nice shots, some nice plays, two decently high level teams. But, Nebula, we are on Oregon. And
Yes, the most boring map in the game.
yes, the most boring, but this is where Giants go to die. And if it's two good teams up against each other, well, we know how Oregon plays.
Of course we do. It's linear. There's no excitement. It's boring. Everyone plays the same, except you just gotta play the better. You just gotta play the better, but the same. If you know what I mean.
Yeah, it just comes down to who is the better team, who has the better coordination, who has the better gunfights, who has the better comms, or gunfights, gun skills, sorry, who has the better comms. Overall, who's just a better team. And, well, we are just going to have to wait and see which team is better. Obviously, we have some stats that we can pull up, I think. I do think the last time that PINGU had played this map, I believe it was, I don't know if it was a Project LFO, I think it was against, and they did have like a massive comeback. I'm pretty sure they were like 6-3 down and won in overtime, which kind of sets the tone for this game here, Nebula, as well. Let's be honest.
It could be a washout. It could
It could be.
absolutely just be. We could be sitting here in our seats for 15 minutes chatting absolute bollocks, and
Yeah,
we see some good siege, but it might just be a washout.
yeah. We generally are just gonna have to wait and see what both teams can come out with. Obviously, we know PINGU Esports is a very high level team consisting of people such as Red Cannon and Solaros, who are two very well known, how do we say it, gunners within the competitive siege community. So I have high hopes for these two, especially Red Cannon. You know, he constantly, you always see his name at the top of the leaderboards. You always see his name everywhere on Twitter. And,
Yeah, I was about to say.
and he just seems to be unstoppable. So I am interested to see what Project Black X can do against this side of PINGU Esports.
It'll be interesting, obviously. Red Cannon, obviously, extremely good player. That's why he has a good following on Twitter. He can hit some nasty shots, definitely. It's just, is his team coordination, is his coordination in comp particularly good? We'll
Yeah,
have to
it
see.
does come down to coordination here on Oregon Nebula as well. As again, we go back to it, the most bog standard, boring default map we have in Siege at the moment. And it does come
Which
down to
isn't a bad thing.
It's not the bad thing, but it then just does come down to who has the better coordination as a team.
It'll be difficult. It'll be very difficult. By pure gun skill and by pure talent, I think PINGU Esports takes it, no bother, no sweat.
Oh yeah.
But PBX, if they really pull something out here, it would be incredible. Absolutely incredible.
Honestly, we cannot discount PBX here. Obviously, are on we haven't got the results behind them, such as PINGU, like PINGU do. PINGU on paper the better team. They've played in. You look at this and you look at some of the tournaments and the leagues PINGU have played, and you look at Talent League, you look at the likes of Vivid League and Talent League, and these guys have played and put up consistent results. We haven't seen Project Black X put up the consistent results in those types of leagues. It's going kind of up and down, on and off with them. So it is just a case of seeing what they can do against PINGU Esports. Again, a team that is incredibly consistent, incredibly well known and good. It's just gonna be interesting to see amongst obviously the two roster changes they have got as well as Action Crypt, sorry, who have been brought into the roster recently. We are just have to wait and see.
The mental game for PBX here is going to be extremely tough to keep up. They know they're playing a good team. They know they're most likely going to play some very tough matchups.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm excited to see this. We are just going to get confirmation though that both teams are ready before this game gets underway here, Nebula. And well, you have already said that you think PINGU Esports are going to win.
100%.
I'm going to agree with you. I think PINGU Esports definitely can take this, maybe with some challenges from PBX, but we are going to have to wait and see. But the game is underway. Nebula, walk us through the bans.
Very well. What is going to be the first ban here? You would obviously think a Thatcher on Oregon. Not a Thatcher, even a Flores, to make sure that elbow shield is completely gone. Let's see. As PINGU bans. A Ying, very interesting. Obviously, PINGU playing the defense first, it does mean that blue shield might have a wee bit more chance of staying alive. Elbow side. It also means top floor garage when you're playing meeting, not garage, sorry. Attic playing meeting might be a harder clear. Just depending if they ban Flores here. They do indeed, so this will be an extremely tough matchup. Definitely gunfights are gonna win it all. Again, the blue top shield or Azami gonna be extremely hard to derug, completely get out of. Roam clearing is gonna be an issue here, or just positioning clearing.
Yeah, Flores obviously the operator you're wanting off the board, as you said about the elbow shield. But again, Mirror, completely understandable. This is just default bans at this point.
Extremely default bans, especially for Oregon.
But Mirror, again, a completely understandable ban. She has the one-way mirror, she has the vector, and then alongside the shotgun in hand. The only downside is she has a one-speed, so, well, you can't really look into that too much. It's Cade to follow up as the fourth and final ban of Oregon of this match. And again, Cade, understandable, very good operator, can deny all the walls, TCSG, and, well, a very, very nice pistol.
If I see a one-tap with a Nomad at this point, it will be incredible. But even with the Cade ban, it's gonna be strange. I wouldn't have chosen Cade as their top pick there. Oregon is a map where if you want to get an electric thing off a wall, you can. There's meeting, you can just nade below, and classroom you can just nade below. There's not really anywhere else you would need to, as well as EMP meta.
Yeah, exactly. You do have the EMPs that we can bring to the table here, which obviously are incredibly useful, the impact EMPs, but we also have to remember that Thatcher is still on the board, hasn't been banned, so you have a plethora of EMP operators that you can bring to try and get as much utility off the walls, off of basically, or, out of the sight, off the map completely, to aid yourself in that attacking side. But two of the PINGU players going for a G2 strategy, as we see. AFK.
What it looks like here is the attackers aren't going to... Ooh, yes, they are, never mind. I still don't see the flank denial, though. Unless Zofia has the claymores in hand. No? Okay, never mind, he does.
Thatcher also has claymores as well.
Yes.
Yeah, they have to be able to deny this flank. As we know, PINGU Esports, let's be honest, an aggressive roster as it stands. They will just swing or be swung in some of their games. And flank is going to be a huge part of this defending side for PINGU Esports. They are going to have to try and deny, or PBX are going to have to try and deny as much flank as they can. But it's Muzi to take down quickly off the board. That is a mouthful to say from a C4 though.
I'm not even sure where that C4 came from.
Honestly, neither am I, because you can't C4 it from below. Because
they haven't even entered the site. Haven't even entered anywhere.
Yeah, so
possibly it could be a spawn peek through a window.
Well, a spawn peek C4, yeah, possibly. But we have to mention here, K on the side of PBX has picked up a glass. has bought A-Glass, has picked up the Glass, and well, he's going to have to be playing that big window. But no, he goes to the side of Kids and does have a frag grenade pulled, and it's going to go through the window just any second. The problem is, there is a Legion there that hasn't met the body of Zach yet. He is still full HP and does manage to get away unscathed, and it's going to make that life for PBX a little bit harder. One frag grenade off the board, and one only to remain in pocket.
Still see here, we've got only one frag on the board as well. We still have 2 Legions. Ooh, Moosey able to take out Sloman, unsure where. Probably a nice shot from him. They've got Breach open. Red Cannon takes out Kerr. It's just falling apart for PBX here as a swing comes in from Moosey. Triple kill on the board. Will he be able to cut the kill in Harmony? No, he will not. Apollo is able to get that. Runs out Garage to a safe position. Possibly he's just going to sit out there and wait. Possibly take some time. It's tough round.
Very tough round. Moosey shut down from the 4K, and more importantly, shut down from even remotely getting close to the ace in the first round. But as you're right, Apollo is going to be sitting outside talking through what has gone wrong in round 1. And in round 1, already a landslide to PINGU ESPORTS. Was a 5 versus 1 at one point, but it was Moosey to fall who made it. Well, they can't get the flawless round now because he died.
Definitely in the TeamSpeak right now, the Discord, they're just going over what went wrong, what's going to happen, how Maverick died so early on in the round. They obviously had a plan where they were going to go through Attic, but something happened, something went wrong. Perhaps flank watch wasn't done, drones weren't seen, we don't know.
Yeah, we just don't know. Well, the main thing that PBX did wrong was they just didn't have refrags. No one was doubling up. No one was double swinging, and it just allowed PINGU ESPORTS to take 1v1s quite easily. It's Red Cannon to finish it off in the dying seconds of the round.
Very interesting round.
And yeah, interesting, I think is the word.
Just a complete full. They managed to get the breach open. That was the only achievement off the round there. They had absolutely no pressure anywhere else. The swing onto the breach, though. Insane play from the Valk. I'm unsure how he got that kill, but he's just better, I guess. He's just better.
Yeah, Moosey just managed to get those kills out of nowhere. And, I mean, not even I know where and how he got them. Like, go back to that C4 kill. How, where, and why has it happened?
I'm still amazed at where it could have come from. I'm going through all the possibilities in my head right now. Could have come from bottom stairs up, because he died on the wall, didn't he? He died on the attic wall. So...
Could have been a bottom up.
Could
he could have thrown it, in fact, over the reinforcement. I think you can shoot top bits.
Oh, can you? Oh, okay,
I think
perhaps, yeah.
I could be wrong.
That would basement be site, very nice.
Off to the basement site we go, Nebula, for our second round, our second bomb site of the match. And this one is going to make PBX work even harder. Probably the most defender-sided bomb site here on Oregon. And PBX have a lot of work to do. If they can't combat PINGU on top floor, I'm kind of fearful for their performance on bottom.
Just going to do a simple small tower clear here. Absolutely no presence downstairs, though. They do have two, T1 and T2. This is going to be interesting. Looks like a drone is going to come through. It's going to find it. IQ waiting at the green window, just in case anyone tries to go for an aggressive play on kitchen door. I think IQ knows he's there, though. The drone's pinged him. They're going to walk off this information. Looks like Warden's just going to fall back. Very smart play.
Yeah,
Warden's going to be whiffed a wee bit.
Oh, crit. Warden forced all the way back down to boiler stairs, back stairs, whatever you like to call it. He's going to be forced to play in a bit of an uncomfortable position. There's drones flying around him. Little does he know, there's no players acting off of that information. IQ still remaining outside on the green window, has yet to do much about that. This Warden with the presence still in T2 with this drone. They haven't droned him. He's going to try and jump in, and this could be a kill for Crypt here if he manages to get aware of the missed drone. And surely he's not just yet heavy kitchen side presence though for the side of PPX. The IQ being played to the fullest extent, and some shots come down, rain down from Attic. They have got the Attic control, and it is going to force the Warden of Crip all the way back down into sight, all the way back down to pillar. And now the drone work coming in to the fullest extent. It is going to be opened up into server, and the hatch is going to be opened as well.
They're just working the site, making sure this bunker strategy is not going to be as effective as it wants to be. Well, my obviously is still playing inside Shaiko. Both walls are reinforced. They have pretty solid positions here. A minute left in the round. Drones coming out. They've only got 5 drones. 3 in pocket. Sorry, 1 in pocket, 4 in ground.
Yeah, they have to be using those drones to the fullest extent. Some shots are taken, but it's Kier to come off on the back foot, taking a little bit of damage. And he is now also met by a Legion Mine. Has to try and move back up, but it's Apollo to claim down Red Cannon off the board. That's your first and opening kill off the round with only 32 seconds left on the clock. They are going to have to try and take this control nice and quickly, but it is quickly to try and walk down elbow, but Solaros to respond. Refrag onto Apollo, but it finds one more. It's Kier off the board, and it's killed in quick succession as Moosey finds one. But it goes down to the 1 versus 2. It happened in quick succession. It's all up to Solomon, who was trying to walk down onto elbow, but it's Zach to swing, and it's Zach to kill. There's also Zach to find PINGU eSports the round.
It was a great response there, I just have to say. The only small tidbit was that Wamai absolutely just swings out into blue. The calls obviously weren't coming out. He gets the kill onto Baxter's platform. Lovely kill, by the way. Played it aggressive, played it lovely, amazing. Except he reloads, falls back into blue, where there is 2 players directly looking at him. I just gotta know, what is he thinking?
I don't know, and the problem is we are never gonna know what he was thinking. We are just gonna, yeah, baffling.
Yeah,
it all happened so quickly.
Perhaps it was that it was just happening too quickly. Perhaps the calls was a bit too frantic there from the execute.
Yeah, calls clearly frantic. Gameplay clearly frantic there on that round. Well, proven by the gameplay. It was just back and forth, kill after kill after kill, and it did go down to the final 30 seconds.
It's they've called for a pause here. Looks like one of the members have disconnected. That would be... Nope, not Solomon.
Yeah, unsure what has happened to the remaining player on PINGU, which is Zach. Yeah, I believe he had some technical issues. So what we are going to do until he gets back, we are going to throw it to a quick little break to figure out what is going on.
Okay.
Cool.
Welcome
Does
back,
look like
everyone.
we're back. Technical issue solved, Nebula. We're back.
Yes, thank God.
Back to
Somebody
round
appears
3.
to have kicked their PC and get a technical timeout. Back in the good old days of LAN.
We're back, though, and we are off to kitchen meeting as our third site of the evening.
Kitchen meeting, obviously one of the 3 main sites that you have to know for a comp siege. I'm surprised to not see an Azami on the side of Pingu. The attic holds... The Flores is gone. You want to have an Azami up here. I mean, you have this shield still, but if they nade that shield, it's gone. You don't have any Wamais or Jaegers either. I'm unsure how they're gonna completely hold attic. Let's see.
Yeah, it is interesting that they have decided not to bring the Azami. Because, as you said, they don't have the Flores on the board. You know, you want to play Azami. It's just interesting to see. And it's also interesting to see that we are seeing Solaros picking up the dock. Not only has he picked up the dock, he has picked up the dock with the shotgun in hand, which, let's be honest, if not drawn properly, is and can be absolutely deadly. The PBX have taken Small Tower quite quickly and quite comfortably. It is Solomon who has picked up the Monty. He is going to be trying to get as much information as possible on this kitchen side as they do get the kitchen single open. There's the Red Cannon who is playing upstairs. He is on the hatch. The problem is Monty aware that he is still playing there? Still remains up there. Does still have that C4 in hand though and can be used at any given moment. The problem is he's still holding it to the pocket. He wants to wait for a better opportunity, a better way of potentially using it. But it's Solomon who is going to be trying to push up onto the white stairs to try and clear out any of the players playing at the top, on the top floor, playing top white potentially, or anyone that still may play up there. And he does now play top white, but it's Solomon, not Solomon, Solaros to take down Solomon. There's too many S's in this game with the dock shotgun. I just didn't drone him properly. There's one more to come out. It's Red Cannon to take down Kier. And now it's a 3 versus 5 for PPX. A lot of work to do as quickly does try and pull the nade and throws it over the cabinet, but it's Apollo to find one, but instantly to be refragged by Crypt, who does take down, I believe that was Webcam. That is your thermite off the board, and it's quickly to find one Red Can off the board, but one still does reside in Kid's Dorm. It's Solaros with the shotgun. Is he aware of the Sledge's position? Yes, he is, and gets quickly taken down, to be followed up by Crip.
It looks like they were just doing a full full Small Tower side take, which I wouldn't recommend in this situation. I would recommend going for the attic push, as we've said in the previous round. It's interesting. They did not dedicate enough players to clearing that master. They completely had master control. The Monty had no idea where any players were upstairs, so he assumed someone was going to be bunk or hobo, depending on what you want to call it, turned around, let the dock shotgun him in the back. Which I just have to say, that shotgun, whew.
Oh, boy, the shotguns are just completely broken now, let's be honest. Just, oh my god, why?
Why is Siege done this?
Why? Yeah, exactly.
Ubisoft, UBY.
UBY.
Game broken, please fix.
Yeah, the shotguns are just broken, and well, take advantage of them while you're still able to. I mean, why wouldn't you bring a shotgun that can kill someone from 50 meters across the map?
Exactly.
Why not?
Exactly. It's just, it's crazy. It's insane.
Speaking of shotguns, though, Zatch on the Goyo picks up the TCSG. Don't usually see the TCSG being brought too much nowadays on Goyo.
No, with the Vector having the 1.5 super fast fire rate and pre-fire meta really just showing itself recently, it's going to be interesting to see what the TCSG does, because it hasn't been changed with a shotgun buff. the only thing it can really do is hit from a large distance, do a lot of damage per second, and create rotates, which they have the Aruni for, or the Aruni. But obviously they don't have another shotgun. Amaru setting up here. Looks like it's going to be a full kids rush. Is there any drones in sight though to see if that Goyo was playing in there?
I don't think there are any drones in sight, but quickly is going to go in the door quickly. We were speaking about the TCSG. We aren't going to get to see it in this round. There's a refrag straight out, and it's Red Cannon to follow up with another one. And another one to come out though by IKs. And he is going to take down Crit, who is now off the board, but it's still the 2 versus 3. It's Solo Rush gets himself taken down. Man advantage restored, but not for much longer. And they go to the 2 versus 1 in the favour of PINGU ESPORT, courtesy of Muzi, who with the MPX takes down, I believe that was Apollo, and puts Kier in the 1 versus 2 with the Lion. Does use one Lion scan, but is all the way down in Small Tower and has a lot of work to do to be able to retrieve the diffuser, find the remaining 2 players of PINGU ESPORT, and then also win the round. I think this round, Nebula, is all but over.
Could be not. This Aruni does know where he is. He saw the drone coming out. Drone's got shots. Little pretty far up there. Red Cannon didn't see him cross. Default cam's already shot. I got main here. Muzi pulls a C4. Unsure where that was. Default cam shot. They know where he is. Proximity alarm. Gonna EMP the Aruna barricade. Goyo coming out. 50 seconds on the clock. He still has lots of time to win this. Not enough util to clear the Aruni gate. He has one singular point of entry. He can't rotate through it. This is going to be crazy.
Yeah, with only 40 seconds left on the clock though, Kier with an extraordinary amount of work to do, and he's not even going to get started. It's Red Cannon to shut him down. And it gives PINGU ESPORT 4-0 lead. They're starting to run away with this a little bit, Nebula.
Exactly, as we've said at the start of this game, it just looks like it's going to be a waterfall. Absolute waterfall. PBX, really only 1 round I've seen them gain significant map control, significant space to win a round. It's been a killing spree.
Most certainly has been a killing spree, an onslaught, shall we call it, by PINGU ESPORT. And, well, PBX have to try and get at least 1 round here, at least try and shift the momentum slightly into their favour, or else, well, it's going to be a bit of a long day for PBX, and dare I say it, potentially a 7-0 if they cannot shift this momentum from PINGU.
We still have not seen PBX's attacking though. Perhaps they are... Sorry, defending. Perhaps they are a very good defending team and just very weak in their attack. But, as we say, PINGU, extremely good team. They will have coordination. They will have the great IGLing. I mean... I've lost all hope here. I had a slight bit of hope for PBX here. It's been rough. 2 players on 0 kills. It's like, yeah, come on.
It's been a rough start to the game for PBX, but they still are completely in contention to win this. Yes, they don't have a round, but there are still many more rounds to go. They could somehow, as you said, be not very good on the attack, but be better on the defense than PINGU ESPORT and win every round of the defense and go on to win this. But it is just waiting and seeing, and well, we're a bit impatient. So patience is not a strong point. Patience is a virtue in Rainbow Six Siege. You have to play patiently.
Something I definitely need to learn in our scrims.
Yeah, I mean,
coming out. They don't know he's inside T2. This could be good here. Trying to get a small pick, perhaps onto garage door. Nothing seen. Don is going to spot him. They know he's going to be up T2. Oh, he's not going to be able to rotate back. I feel like he's just going to waste time up there. Quark able to pick up Red Cannon.
quickly taking down Red Cannon off the board, and that is a big kill to start off with. That is C4 gone off of the board, and you only C4 on the side of PINGU. Well, only that's the M590 gone as well, which is, let's be honest, the best shotgun in the game, alongside the TCSG. So that is a huge, impactful kill for the side of PPX, who now do have come full backstairs control, full T2 control, and that is a crucial bit of map control you need for this attacking side to work. But it's Solaros with a shot quickly, and to restore the man advantage back to even. Solaros 6-2 at the moment. This man is unstoppable. He can't be stopped, and it's Solomon who is going to be trying to walk down this laundry side with the MP7 in hand with 1.5, and he's also going to be joined by Kier, his teammate, who is going to be using a Gemini to try and get as much information as possible, and is aware of the one player on highway and the one player in closet. He is going to have to try and swing Solomon to try and find one of the players off the side of PINGU to put the man advantage in their favour. One shot goes out by Zach and hasn't landed, but is then to be quickly responded to by Solomon. There's Zach to try and find Solomon. Hasn't come up just yet, but it's Crypt to take down Apollo as well. Just across the map, just across the way, just in Freezer, and the man advantage in the way of PINGU Esports. Crypt, though, does move back into Freezer, as he does try and find one more. Little does he know there's one person there, but it's Moody to take down webcam. There's one person on the rotate, but it's one to fall as well. It's a 2 versus 1 for PVX. A lot of work to do, but no time to do it, and it's Zach to fall.
Honestly, I'm pretty surprised Zach read that. He knew he pushed in, did not see him crouch all the way through to the rotate, pick up his teammate. He just read it perfectly. The call probably came out extremely perfectly. That's exactly what we want to see from this level of play.
Exactly what we want to be seeing on the side of PINGU Esports. They've read the game perfectly. They've read the push perfectly from the side of PPX, and PPX were punished for playing so predictably.
Honestly, it's Oregon. How can you not play so predictably? It's extremely linear, as we've said. Really only one way to attack a certain strategy, maybe two if there's something like this site. Perhaps you go backstairs from small tower, but last time they went small tower, they didn't take any master control whatsoever. They dedicated a sledge to it, and that was it. They were allowed to be taken down from the VODs.
Yeah, PBX is just... This is not the PBX we are used to really seeing. We are used to seeing PBX put up a bit of a challenge, be the underdogs, shall we say, in some of these big matchups. So this is kind of unsettling to see that normally, we see PBX putting 1 or 2 rounds on the board when it comes to the split, and well, we could potentially then be seeing no rounds on the split, and still with one player on 0 kills as well.
I know, it's Hot Webcam Boy. What a great name that is. I'm sure we'll be seeing his Wikipedia profile soon.
Hopefully so, hopefully so.
T3. Valkyrie's going to be playing basement stairs, most likely just able to waste time for the push into attic. They are going to be doing what I'm saying they're doing. Going to be pushing into the attic. They've got a Thermite and a Thatcher, probably going to open the attic window, or the attic breach even. Do they know that Valkyrie's there? Because it could definitely come up the stairs, surprise him. C4 comes out. I think that was the C4 from the first round that killed the Maverick.
Quite possibly. But it is the Valkyrie of Muzi to rotate all the way back down into the basement, and it is going to be forced to rotate. But it's Webcam who is going to be getting the attic wall open, but it is going to be met by Solaros with the shotgun, nice and close, and it's too close for comfort though, as he finds one, but it's quickly to take it down. It's also 2 Crip and Red Cannon to fall to the hands of PBX. Now the 2 versus 4 though. A lot of PINGU Esports, we were saying PBX, unusually, we normally see them put 1 or 2 rounds on the board in the split, and we were maybe going to see them with 0. But this is looking like a PBX round here. This is looking like we could be seeing PBX put a very strong round on the board. Yes, Solaris did swing out with a shotgun. How has he been allowed to do that? But he was allowed to do it nonetheless, but was refragged instantly. But it's Muzi to rotate all the way up to the top floor, and he's going to be trying to deny that attic control. But it's what? K? What's K doing? He finds one, but it's Muzi to find the second. It's Solomon to fall. This was Muzi, no? There's one more player playing. Nice and close, but it's Muzi to find the 3, looking to find the 4th, who is saying this is going in the round of PBX. But Muzi to shut us up nice and quickly, and it's Muzi to take down 3 in quick succession. It's all up to Quickly, who is in attic, who plays in attic nice and close now on the rotate. And he's going to be forced off onto the hatch. Does have the diffuser in hand? No. But it's Zatch, who still remains down in green. Who still remains and is still going to be causing a nuisance. An extra body, an extra player, an extra gun. Quickly has to worry about with the yokai drone as well. All the way down in Green Hall. He is going to be getting a lot of information onto a Quickly. But shots are going to reveal his position. But it's Zatch to fall. And Quickly's Zatch to fall, sorry. Zatch to take down Quickly and give them the round.
I am just absolutely stunned that round. Absolutely. I would say brain-dead plays but it worked completely. The dock swing out the breach Quickly was on his cams. He didn't know what was going on. They didn't expect him to come from the breach. He still picks up the thermite. That is pretty big. And then Muesli with the flank, able to take out the Yana on her drone. Knowing that Thatcher would rotate back to try and get the refrag, looks over, kills him, the person goes up white to try refrag him, he plays perfectly around the bunk. It's beautiful plays. Beautiful, beautiful plays.
Beautiful, and Muzi showing what he is worth. But now we go to match point. What, you know, we were joking earlier about potentially a 7-0, and that joke has started to become a reality, Nebula. We're a 6-0 on the split. We go to basement.
I did not think that it would actually come this close, this far. When I said 15 minutes sitting down, I actually thought I'd be here for at least a good 20, 30, 40 minutes of good siege. What I'm seeing is PINGU absolutely destroying PBX. The retaliation, while yes, they are putting up a fight, it's not good enough.
They are just coming up short every single round, and well, they are making the small mistakes which PINGU ESPORTS are capitalising on. Speaking of PINGU ESPORTS, Red Cannon picking up the Amaru. Now, we know Amaru is mostly used for rushes, but she can also be used for her very good utility. Now, the question begs, Nebula, which one is it? Is she being picked for just her pure utility, or is she being picked because Red Cannon wants to go for a rush? And purely based on his position, I'm going to take a guess. It is a rush. He's going to get droned out here. He's going to get himself droned out. It's going to allow Red Cannon to go all the way in, but it's Muji to claim the kill, and that's your top floor taken, control already gotten. But it's one insecurity. Apollo to now drop the freezer hatch to take down Muzi and put the advantage back in the way of neutral, back to completely normal, and now it's back to even. It's an even playing field once again, but I mean, would we even say it's an even playing field with the way this match is going so far? As PINGU ESPORTS have been absolutely dominating.
Right, that's... Oh my god. The rush there, even onto the Solace, there was only one player playing upstairs, which Muji picks up. The rush did not matter. The Amaru could have done absolutely nothing there. Still would have got the kill. That surprises me, really.
Yeah, this is just an onslaught, but it is come to a bit of a stalemate. But I tell you that, it's 1-4, but Solomon to instantly refrag. But now, again, man advantage, a huge part of gameplay in Rainbow Six Siege, but most importantly, a huge part of gameplay on Oregon, back to neutral, back to what it should be. A bit of a whiff from the SMG-12, as SMG-12 facing off against the SMG-11, the two best SMGs, secondary SMG story in the game here in Rainbow Six Siege, facing off against each other on the long angle. The question is, who will prevail? That is the question, with only 55 seconds left on the clock PINGU Esports have a lot to do, but it's Zach who has picked up the glass. He has thrown some smoke, but it's Solomon to find a shot, able to throw the smoke, and it's also Webcam to take down one. Is injured Soloros. It's all up to Red Cannon, but it's not enough. It's Solomon to take him down, and PBX take the first round on the board.
Again, first round on the board for PBX. Goyo just absolutely spraying through the smoke and picking up that single kill probably won them the round. I think it was the Glaz. So if that Glaz was still alive, I don't think that Goyo would have been able to survive as long as he did. So the luck factor, but also a bit of game sense coming in there. What I'm wondering is how that Ash was able to walk all the way down Freezer, even if he only picked up one person that could have been absolutely detrimental for the defense.
Yeah, I'm
Clearly
not exactly
a lack
sure
of
how he's
intel.
allowed. I have no idea how he's physically been allowed to walk down like that, and just not he didn't. No one even looked at him. He didn't even get a looking at. He was just they just gave freezer control up completely.
Again, clearly just a lack of intel, which I think we're going to see as a trend here for PBX. PG is going to exploit every single gap they have in pressure. It's just the team they are.
Oh, most certainly, and it is just, as you said, the team, they are, PINGU Esports capitalise on every little mistake, every little error you make, whether you're on the attack, whether you're on the defense, and once they've capitalised on it, there's nothing you can do to correct it.
Obviously, they're not an absolutely perfect team, but PBX, they're just not finding any single kink in their armour. It's been extremely difficult for PBX. Now that one round they have, they're going to treasure it. They're going to use it as momentum to hopefully win the next 6, bring it to 6-6, and hopefully get a draw.
And yeah, hopefully bring it to overtime. And we are just going to have to wait and see what PBX can do on this defending side. Obviously, they are defending top floor. They are defending Kidstorm. So we are just going to have to wait and see what PBX can do to counter this defending side of PINGU Esports. But it is Kier, who is down in the shower hallway and is going to be trying to cause a nuisance, potentially a run out. He preps the window, primed, ready to go, jumps on the cams, realizes there's no one on the cam, there's no cams remaining outside. Who isn't aware, has no information of anyone, is outside. But there we go, he jumps out, and Kier, he finds one. It's Zach off the board. Not only that, that is your diffuser down, and you now have to try and retrieve it. But luckily, Solaros, who's playing nice and close next to Zach, retrieves the diffuser, and now they have to try and get that kill back. But it's Kier, who is incredibly low HP.
It's going to be rough here. They've lost their hard breach. They still have the Maverick on the board in Attic, working his way through, whittling away at that wall. Seems he's got it open. Care below might come up. Oh, looks like they're going to be going for a flank here. They know he's inside armory. Muzi, very aware of the possible flank. So does Solaris. Red Cannon just droning through, checking if there's anyone inside meeting. Doesn't see the toes of Bandit, it looks like. Ash rushing through, potentially going to take this space here. Care knows there's a Claymore, going to call out to his teamates. Knows the drone is watching the flank.
Muzi, though, finds himself taken down by Solaros, who finds a double, 1 and 2, and now it's a 2 versus 5 for PINGU Esports. We have seen them bring this back once. The problem is, we might like to see it again, is it Solaros who claims Red Cannon off the board, and now it's the 1 versus 5 as Solomon, gets the 3k, gets the triple, and now they're just going to hold the crossfires, not allowing Solaris any map control, and not even allowing him to look into the site. And this round is most definitely going in the side of PBX.
Again, beautiful round. Caesar's on his cams. Whoa! Ooh. PG able to react just in time. Unsure how the Solas did not pick that up. This round has been, honestly, quite good for PBX. They were able to shut it down, baiting all the flanks. In the chat here, it looks like...
Trolling a little bit.
Yeah, trolling a tad bit. There we go.
This is
Finally
the
they picked up
PBX.
Solomon.
This is the PBX we're used to seeing, that we are normally seeing, getting those crucial rounds quickly. You know, we are seeing them now get those crucial rounds, but I have to say it might be a little bit too late.
That's what I was saying. They're going to use that one round they got as momentum. They've obviously got inside the heads so far. Perhaps PG are thinking, if they've got 2 rounds on us on defense, will it go to overtime? If the trend continues that defense wins every single time, will it go to overtime, and who will fall?
That is the question, and who is just again a case of who is the better team on Oregon. You know, Oregon, as we know, default of most default maps. It does just come down to who is the better team and who has the best coordination as a roster. And at the moment, PINGU Esports are that roster, are the better roster.
Well, I did see some setups from PBX that could have been good. They had 2 downstairs. Obviously, they knew they had a drone on them, so they couldn't go upstairs. But if they didn't have a drone on them, PINGU obviously being a very good team, they know they'll always have that flank watch. If PBX did not have the drone at them, they could have double swung up, killed the armory kid, or at least died and then refragged off of him. That would have given them top floor control. Now, eventually, it did happen, of course, because they lost the round because of it. But PBX, they still know what they're doing. They're not a bad team by any standards.
No, most definitely not a bad team, and most definitely are still in contention and capable of winning this round. The problem is they have to now try and win every single round until they get to 6-6 and then move into overtime and try and win those rounds as well. So they have to win an influx of rounds, and they cannot make a single mistake. They cannot drop a single round, because if they do, that is your game over. And, well, then you're not really in the best of moods, are you? Yeah, however, PINGU Esports have taken this small tower control nice and quickly, and they're using their drones to the fullest extent. They are now aware of the shower corridor player, Frost playing behind the shield, and it is going to be Red Cannon on the Osa, who is going to be trying to cause a bit of a nuisance to try and clear her out as fast as possible. An Ash charge does go out, and it is going to be opening up the map a little bit more, restricting the areas that the PBX players are able to play in, as now some vertical plays. Vertical control does come out as well. And Crip, he's in the site. Crip has just walked in. How has he been allowed to walk in? He's now placed behind the bomb chassis. He is going to reside there just for the foreseeable future. And it's Solomon who does take some shots. And that is 2 smoke canisters out. 1 smoke canister out, sorry. 1 yet. 2 still left in pocket, but hang on, what's this, Nebula? We're seeing a potential post-fight situation. The PBX players are completely unaware, completely have no idea what's going on. But it's quickly to take down Grip off the board, and 1 to fall as well. Webcam falls to the hands of Zatches. 1 more smoke does go out. There's 1 to swing, and it's Webcam to find 1. And it's Moosey to find Solomon as well. We were saying PBX can't afford to make mistakes, can't afford to lose this 1 round. And it looks like Zatch to close it out. It's GG's. Well played. PINGU Esports take the match 2-7.
That Ash able to walk into sight and get out. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Playing it extremely well. Playing his angles, knowing his angles. The one thing that I'm concerned about is it was double smoked, the plant. You should really know they're going to go for a plant there. Smoke still had a smoke inside his pocket. Bandit still had a C4 in his pocket. They obviously still had the shower double door fully covered. It just snuck right under their noses. They did not expect the plant whatsoever.
They not only did they not expect it, I don't think they heard it, which is the most concerning part.
Even if they didn't hear it, the double smoke has still come out. They should really have. They should really have won it.
Yeah, it was just concerning that they didn't hear the diffuser noise at all in any way, shape, or form, and it PINGU just to walk in and, well, would you believe it? Once they planted, the defending side have to try and attack their own body, which isn't what you want.
Exactly, especially when all the angles are being held. You have 1 single choke point, the other is being held by 2 people. Extremely difficult. Extremely difficult. This is why PINGU is a very good team. They know exactly how to play around their angles. They know exactly what their adversaries are most likely going to do.
Yeah, PINGU just probably my favourite team to win the whole thing already, and it's only qualifying. Only the quals.
only qualifiers, and they're playing this well. They're not a bad team, PBX. Absolutely not a bad team.
No.
By any standards. But they've just got 7-2'd by PINGU. What does this say for the rest of the competition?
Yeah, my brain is melted, and I think yours too is Nebula. So on that note, we are going to take a very short break in between the two matches. Our next match is at, I believe, 20:30 CEST. So don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere. You're not going to want to miss this one.